Oh my god, if I look right up the whole time.
Price of thing.
What if I just put a little frog in here?
You just like to talk.
Oh!
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Gavin here. I'm here with my favorite guest and probably my only guest, Veronica, and we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff today.
Lots of Disney Lorcana. That's literally all we're talking about. But more specifically, the first chapter.
Yep.
Today we're going to be discussing our top decks from the first chapter of Lorcana.
Yeah, right before this new set comes out in November, we thought we should probably get our favorite decks, our favorite colors out there before all these new cards just start shaking up everything.
Yeah, so we have a release date now. The new set coming out November the 17th in your local hobby stores, and then your big chain retailers such as Walmart, Target, and Best Buy, that's going to be December 1st.
Since we're not getting the reprint of the first chapter before the new set, I would probably expect to see the same amount as distribution as last time of you're not going to be able to get your hands on a lot of the cards. If you don't pre-order it, you're going to have to sit in front of your Walmart, in front of your game store that date it comes out if they didn't already sell out on pre-order. But that being said, look out for the pre-orders. A lot of them are good deals.
So the first chapter sold out almost immediately. That's not even joking. It actually sold out immediately. So it was in stores like GameStop around August the 2nd. Mm-hmm. And people were buying it all up at that point, and then it released in hobby stores August 18th, and then they were bought up immediately, and then the drop on September 1st actually crashed the Shop Disney website.
Don't buy product from second unless you can get it. Like I would say, if you can get it for like 20% higher than MRSP, like that's okay. Like if you're getting a booster box for 200, that's anything past 200. Pushing it, I wouldn't recommend doing that, but honestly, I don't think 200 is a bad deal based off how limited the product is, but the reprint is happening. So
yeah, it's coming at the end of the year, like before.
Hopefully.
It's supposed to release holiday of 2023. That's exactly what the article says. And then it's supposed to release, that's in America, and then overseas it's supposed to release in January of 2024.
Yeah, let's just talk about our decks. What we like to play, what we've kind of grown from our Lorcana experience to enjoy the most.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'll go first. What I've come to find that is my playstyle is actually aggro, or Emerald Steel is like my baby. Everything else just I think is just bad. Personal opinion. Most of the great cards are your typical Emerald cards like the Cuscos, John Silver, and I play really early ramp, so I'm playing Duke, playing Simba, get turn 1, turn 2 down. It's just really good, get lore on the table, and then playing against other matchups. I've noticed Ruby Amethyst hurts a lot if a game goes late. We're kind of in a really bad position. And it's one of those decisions you have to make of, am I going to start just placing and questing, and hopefully we get there before they can completely control the game. Other matchups like Sapphire Steel, I've noticed I've seen a lot. It's not that great versus this deck, but this deck just overperforms. Other key cards is Tinkerbell. Card's phenomenal. The fact that it can come down, deal 1 damage to the board, I'm either going to deal 1 damage to the board, wipe the board, or next turn I'm going to play a Bring the Swords, wipe their whole board, and just quest. So it says when she enters the play, deals 1 damage to each other character on the battlefield on your opponent's side. And then her other ability says whenever she banishes a character after challenging it, it deals 2 damage to another character of your choice. Phenomenal card. I think it's one of the best cards. But yeah, other cards in the deck, Smash, just playing a lot of removal to just get rid of the pieces that we have to deal with to let us just run away with the game.
This set also, I mean, anytime you play Steel can have one of the top cards in the game that people are saying is going to translate long term, a card that's going to be in the game for a super long time, and that's going to be a whole new world.
Yeah, whole new world has the sing mechanic where it says a character can play this card for free if it costs 5 or more. So, and then after you do that, each player discards their whole hand, so you can completely disrupt what they're doing. Both draw a new 7. So like playing this on turn 6 after I played a Cusco, or even after a John Silver, playing this card feels phenomenal to reload the hand, hopefully find a Tinkerbell, find a Bring the Swords, wipe their board, and just go on again.
And that's why the card stays expensive.
I don't think it's ever, so like right now it's $13. I think even after the reprint, it's not going to go below. It has a lot of key pieces. We see Mad Hatter questing for 3. And then if they challenge it, I'm going to draw a card. Has a lot of card draw for being in these colors. You usually see a lot of card draw in Amethyst. Amethyst has so much card draw. It's really ridiculous. That's why it's so good in the, well, when we get to your list, we'll talk about it.
So the deck that I've been running is a control deck, and I actually haven't changed since we started playing. So it was the first rendition of the modified Ruby Amethyst deck. Some of the top cards from this deck are gonna be Maui, Hero to All, because as soon as you play him, he immediately has Rush. So he's gonna attack any characters that card. So it's going to attack any character that's exerted, like, immediately. So that's one of the top cards to have in this deck. And then Gaston is also a really heavy hitter. He has Reckless, so he's going to challenge each turn if it's available, but he also hits with 4, which is amazing right off the bat for a card that only costs 2 ink.
Yeah, it's perfect for a control list.
If you can get towards the end with this deck, you become really powerful. Because if you can play Mickey Mouse, he not only has evasive, but you're getting 4 lore each time. And then he's a 5 for 5 and only can be attacked with evasive characters. So, I mean, you have a lot going for you with this deck.
Mickey Mouse just closes out the game. It's one of those cards.
Right, and then you have 3 different cards within the deck that banish characters. You got Be Prepared, which is a song. And then you have Dragonfire, the action, which you can banish a choosing character. And you have Maleficent, which costs 9 ink, and she also allows you to banish a character, but you get 2 lore from her. You become really, really strong if you can get above 7 lore, but if, like with the aggro deck that you've been playing, if you can get the jump on me right away with, like, Pascal, who has evasive, and then Tinkerbell, who has evasive, with this version of the deck that I'm playing, you don't have any evasive characters until you get to Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
So you really can't attack against them, and he's just packing on lore. I mean, you can banish the characters, but then you're working, in the deck that you're talking about, you're looking at Cusco, who takes a character with him each time, Cheshire Cat, who takes a character with him each time. I mean, it's a really powerful deck that you've been playing.
I think it's very powerful. I still think that Ruby Amethyst is still probably, I know I said mine's the best. I think this is the best type of deck to play, is that control deck, because the pieces that we have in the first set specifically just pair so well, especially in this color combo, to just kind of hold the field down until you get to that high amount of ink, and then you play these big hitters that are like, I'm either going to completely destroy your board, or your board's going to be able to do nothing, and then I'm just going to gain a ton of lore, and it's just game ending.
Terrible.
It's game ending.
It's not even fun at that point, because like as soon as, like the way that we were playing it the other day, you went first, and then you ended up having like 11 lore to my 1, and I was like, okay, this is not, I can't do anything.
She wasn't enjoying it.
So as far as like recommendation, so for a little bit of background, this is obviously your channel. I will be like a visitor sometimes, but this is more exclusively your channel. So this is my very first TCG game that I've ever played, is Lorcana. So
I have a background in Magic the Gathering. I've played it for 7 years. So I have a pretty just knowledge of playing card games and manipulating certain cards, knowing strategies and such. So like I have an upper hand against her, but she still kicks my derriere with this deck.
The entire point of what I was just saying, what deck do you recommend for like someone who's never played a TCG game before? Because I love this variation of Ruby Amethyst, and I like the variation of Ruby Amethyst that's coming with Rise of the Floodborn. A lot of the cards are phenomenal, a knockout really. And so what do you think?
Personally, I think Emerald Steel. I know it's my deck, but I think Emerald Steel is very much just play a character every turn. Get a bunch of lore. I'm just going to keep playing characters, and I'm going to keep questing or trying to challenge. I think any aggro deck, any variant of an aggro deck is perfect for a new player coming into the game. I think playing a control type deck is not the best idea. Playing a deck that makes you have to think of what you're doing a lot will hinder new players and maybe might make them stray away from the game.
Oh yeah, especially if you're not like a huge Disney fan. Like clearly, we are huge Disney fans.
Yeah,
so that's what mostly drew us to the game.
Yeah, so
you recommend?
I recommend an aggro deck. Don't play control if you're new to the game. I think
don't buy upcharged product.
Don't do that.
Don't buy upcharged product.
Bad. But we wanted to get our hands on some cards, so we bought the uppriced price just because we wanted to open it. We did get pre-orders
for the next set.
For the next
set. Rise
set.
of the Floodborn.
So
hopefully we do really good.
Next month you will see, I think it's 2 opening videos. We're gonna open
2 opening videos.
We're gonna open the 100th anniversary Disney pack.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe we got our hands on it.
And then we're also gonna be opening up a booster box of Rise of the Floodborn. So it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to get it.
Stay tuned for that.
1 more month and we got it.
See you next time when we when we pew. Bye guys.
That's fine. I want you to leave all that right there.